Strife with Father is not too bad. I'm not ordinarily a huge fan of Beaky Buzzard, but actually I quite like the character in this cartoon. This is a Warner Brothers cartoon from 1950. It's directed by Robert McKimson and written by Warren Foster, with voices provided by Mel Blanc, Ted Pierce, and Marion Richman. And the egg of Beaky Buzzard is delivered to these adorable little sparrows, and I love how they're animated. I love their personalities, though they are very different, because the mother sparrow immediately sits on the egg to try and get it to hatch. The father sparrow is not exactly pleased about all of the work he now has to do. And very quickly it hatches, and we have Beaky Buzzard. And the mother really points out that yes, the child is ugly, but maybe it will grow into a beautiful swan like the story of the ugly duckling. And she kind of, clearly cares for this child, at least to some degree. The father, not so much. And eventually the mother tells him that he has to teach Beaky Buzzard to fend for himself. And the majority of the cartoon is the father doing just that, trying to get Beaky Buzzard to catch his own food. And in true Beaky Buzzard style, everything is overcomplicated, everything is too difficult for him, he's very nervous and doesn't want to do any of it. And I have to say, I really liked the character in this. I thought he had a really interesting personality and a very well animated character, which is usually the case. And I really liked how the character really rubbed his father up the wrong way, because the more annoyed his father got, the more entertaining I found it. And it was really good. It's quite surprising as well. There were several things in this that happened that I definitely hadn't predicted. So it really kept me engaged. Very well animated. And if a cartoon can make me really quite like Beaky Buzzard as a character, that can only be a good thing. It's not that I hate the character, but it's very unusual for me to particularly enjoy a cartoon that focuses on Beaky Buzzard. But this is one of them. I thought it was a really fun idea. There are many cartoons from around this time where a couple receive an animal or a baby that's not of their species, and it's popular. It works. It's popular because it works. And honestly, I feel like this is one of the most unique in terms of the events that unfold within it. But usually the parental roles are quite similar. Usually the mother loves the child and the father's not that pleased. So that's kind of similar. But the specifics, I feel, are slightly different. And I enjoyed it. Strife with Father, if you haven't seen it, is one I definitely recommend. If you're not the biggest fan of Beaky Buzzard, I'd still say give it a go, because it surprised me and I actually rather enjoyed it. I might watch it again one day. Not in a hurry to do so, but I certainly enjoyed watching it once.